Okay, guys, welcome back to the channel. And I'm very pleased to say I am joined by Hermes Gasparini. How are you, mate?
Hello, Matt. I'm happy to see you again.
You too. It's been a while.
I'm fine, really. I'm training. I'm getting back with my basic training. Yeah, everything fine. Yes, good time.
Okay, nice. Now, guys, the purpose of talking to Hermes now is to talk about how he's getting on, what his plans are. I'm also going to cover a bit about what's happened because, from my point of view, it's unfortunate that some pullers like Ermes that are very popular amongst the fans because of some of this confusion. Some of the fans have been kind of disillusioned about what's happened. So, Hermes, we'll just get into a few things. The big thing, of course, was this letter that was sent to Robert, where 27 of the athletes said that they wouldn't be able to continue at East versus West with the way things were. One of the big questions that the fans had was if it was a problem about rules, why didn't the athletes just say to Robert they needed guarantees about the rules instead of saying that if Engin wasn't there, that the athletes wouldn't continue there?
Yeah, for me, my main problem it was about the rules. And I heard many times they want to change the rules, and this was for me the main problem. I had a lot of confusion. Um, but anyways, about the letter, it was not really what I thought because it was not about hanging, but it was about the rules. What I was for me, it was very important. If the league I show now last event, show classic, he will continue like this. For me, perfect. I sent a message to Robert, to Dexter. It was very beautiful event. I show the referee. They changed the rules with now you can protest if you see
Mhm.
something wrong. Amazing, really. I'm super happy. About hanging, it was only to stop maybe to change the rules. But if it was not about hanging is inside, it was is outside for myself. I'm talking for myself. It was to don't change the rules. That's why we we talk about hanging because maybe he protected the rules. But if the events, new events will continue like this, for me, amazing, really.
Okay, so from your point of view, as long as the rules don't get changed unless everybody is agreed on them, you're happy to pull there regardless of if Engin is still working there or not, yeah?
Yeah. Engin told me every time. If I said many times to him, if you are inside or outside, it was only about the rules.
Okay,
And
okay.
Robert, he told me the rules will not change. Everything I saw, everything fine. And they said now they put it very important. The rules on the website,
Hmm.
and if someone don't understand the rules, they can go to see the rules on the website, and nobody can talk different now if there are everything wrote on the website.
Okay,
It was only for like this. Maybe the people understood. Yeah, maybe I English. Maybe I can't express myself very clearly because I know English little bit, but it's difficult to express like my first language.
yeah. People do have to
But
understand that.
for me, it was only about this. That's it.
Okay. Okay, people do have to understand that. It's like my first language is English, but it's frustrating for me. I speak Russian, but not fluently, and it's frustrating for me when I need to try to say something in Russian but can't. So people who do speak two languages have to try and understand this, or people who don't,
Yeah,
rather. It is difficult.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I'll keep asking you questions, Hermes, that the fans are asking, just so they can understand what happened in your point of view. So a lot of fans are saying that the athletes were worried about refereeing, and they said some refereeing had been unfair, but all of that refereeing had taken place whilst Engin was the owner of East versus West. So if there were problems there, do you think the problems were more that the referees didn't understand the rules? Was that the main problem? The referees
Yeah, I
knew
said
not?
many times in the live with Dexter too. With when Angie is what is he was inside in the league, in the East vs West in the past. It was the main problem. It was about the fault. It was about hanging. I say many times about I said they won't cheat, but the fault it was about the referee. You know, if the referee can't you cover the knuckle, they stop. You give a warning. Nobody will do this. You
Hmm.
know, but I saw Robert and Dexter. They said they will do a training because it's very difficult to be very fair, like the WAF. You can't move a little bit and you have immediately foul. And and East versus West. Because in East versus West, the people want to see, of course, the show. They want to see the athletes pull, not to lose with fouls.
Hmm.
And this is the main problem. And that's why Robert said they will start to train and to see where is the limit before to take a foul. Maybe a little bit you can, but not too much.
Yeah.
And they did a very good job, really. And another thing, I was very happy to see Brian. He won the all. He won a lot of strongman. Really, I know all the strongmen.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and about me, of course, I can't compete in this event about 2 days ago because I did a competition with Levon 1 month ago. How I can
No, of course, yeah.
compete? I need the time to rest and to prepare.
Yeah. No, of course, everyone understands it was too soon for you to pull again. Yeah. So, from your point of view, Hermes, are you planning just to pull at East versus West? Because we see other leagues opening up, and the fans are also
No,
worried
no, of
about that.
course, of course. I said many times. I talk with Robert. I talk with Devon in private. I said I tried everything to save. We was every time in contact with video call with Robert. I did
Hmm.
hours. To find solution to stay together. Everything.
Yeah.
And but sometimes all the people continue to talk. But when you see the fact, like now, show classic, this is this most important thing to see the fact, and I hope everything will be same and for the future.
Hmm.
And if something will need to change, we will put some vote,
Yeah. Majority
who the
vote.
majority will
Yeah.
win,
Yeah.
not classic method.
Yeah. It's fair.
Um,
Hermes, this letter that 27 guys signed, it seems to me when I've spoken to you and other athletes that different athletes had kind of different problems, different things they were worried about, but everybody signed one letter that said specific
Yeah,
things. I think
this
this is a
it was not
problem, yeah?
good. This was not good. I never said, but it was not good because it was not the same problem like every athlete.
Exactly.
Every athlete had
How
a
could they all
different
sign one
problem.
letter? Exactly.
From my side, it was only about the rules.
Hmm.
It was, yes, it was about to save the rules,
Yeah.
but it was not to boycott the league, other thing, because I know East versus West is the biggest
Hmm.
company in the world. How we can I can boycott. I understand in the letter they wrote we will not pull, but it was it was a little bit a mistake to pull all together. Maybe it was better to pull for each athlete single letter.
Right.
Maybe it
I,
was
I
better to do
I
like this.
agree, and I think good on you for saying that because that was a major issue, I think, because I spoke to some of the other, let's say, like top 10 athletes in the world, and they said the same thing to me. Look, yeah, we signed this letter, but it's not actually exactly what I think. So I saw a situation happening where the athletes were almost pressured into signing a letter to show unity to each other, but unfortunately, the letter wasn't representative of all the issues. So Yeah, I think it's good that you've cleared that up, and I think it's fair and it's understandable how it happened like that because you guys are trying to stay together, which is normal, and people were friends with each other. But yeah, everybody had slightly different issues and to different degrees. I guess the other thing, Ermes, that people are talking about is, of course, a lot of the athletes don't like Devon Larratt's trash talk, the things he says. It's understandable. Sometimes it gets very personable. I've had these conversations with Devon myself. I'm not going to say something bad against him. I consider him a friend of mine, but I understand where there's issues. But do you, as an athlete, acknowledge that you have to just get on and fight against him on the table, and things he says is part of his personality, and even if you don't like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
you have to accept it?
I talk with him many times in the private, and after the call with the live with Dexter,
Hmm.
because I know him. He told me many times he is his job like me, but every athlete is different. He, but when something is too much, like when with Dexter, I called him and I say to him, my friend, these words is not good, and he apologized. Everything was fine,
Hmm.
and happened when we had a fight. I said, yeah, we can do a show, but this thing, please don't surpass my lane, because
Hmm.
in the basic, all the athletes respect each other.
Hmm.
After this, of course, for to make hype show, we need you need to do something for, but every athlete have different character. For
Yeah.
me, maybe I can to do something for Dave on other things, for Leo on other things. If you go every athlete go and they stay without to talk nothing, is not very beautiful to
Hmm.
see.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand everything about him.
Hmm.
A lot, really.
Because this is the thing, Hermes.
Um,
Like at my time at King of
if,
the
if,
Table.
yeah, yeah. The important is if he recognizes some mistake, he apologize. This,
Mhm.
but you needed to tell to him, not to attack him in another
Yeah,
way.
at the end of the day, as nice as it would be if everybody was friends, it's just life. People don't get on. It's life that people have very different personalities. And the way I see it, and I've said this to a few of you guys, I understand why you might not like the things Devon says, but the way to shut him up is to beat him on the table, not anybody to be crying about things that he says, even if it's distasteful, even if someone doesn't like it. The guy who's the strongest on the table will win the match, and that's where it counts.
Of course,
Nowhere
of
else.
course, of course. Of course, but I said many times about him in the live with Dexter too. I respect him a lot. He was a legend. He did a lot for arm wrestling. If arm wrestling is here, some part if is from him. After this, there are
Mm.
all the words, but he did very good job. And about this, I never said nothing against these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, about rules, I said many times it was about him. Of course, if I'm on the table and I can take a little bit better for me, of course I will do.
Hmm.
But if the referee will stop me, finish. I will take the warning,
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah. Of
The,
course.
the, the
That's the thing.
important the important job when they're at the table is the referee, because in the setup maybe some people new don't know, but if someone take more higher than you or you cover your knuckle, he's like it's very difficult
Huge
to
difference. Yeah. Of
you
course.
to start when someone you know. But I never said about my last match. Yeah, there was some problem during the setup, everything, but after the match, I said yes, it was strong. I need to improve my wrist, everything, and I can't wait to pull again with him, really. Don't know now. He said he will rest a little bit. He will start next year. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But yes, for next time I will arrive prepared with very long period, because last time I had only 3 weeks. It was difficult. It's not excuse, but it's the
Mhm.
truth.
Mhm.
And I will arrive. After this, if he will win again, okay, or he's stronger than me, or I will win, okay. There are not many questions about this.
Hermes, I want to get onto
This
more
is what
positive.
I think.
Yeah, yeah. I want to get onto more positive things, but I want to ask one more question that I know the fans will want me to ask you, and it's good if we clear this up for them here, which is, did you feel under some pressure to stick by Engin's side? Did he put you under pressure, the group of you guys? You can only speak for yourself, I know, but did you feel some perhaps loyalty as a friend?
Yes, now a lot of people hate him. I understand. Maybe I understand. Robert is a owner. He can decide whatever he want. Of course, this 100%. He buy the company, and like me, if I buy your car, of course, if I want to change something color, I can do.
Mhm.
100%. I agree like this. Yes, because for hanging, I have respect, because for he did very after this. Everybody can do mistake. Me too, you too, hanging too, because he is not perfect. I said many times, nobody is perfect. Uh, but I recognize him because he did a very good job about East versus West. After this, if he did some mistake, I don't know very well, because I don't know everything. I'm not every day like to find what is
Too simple.
maybe. Yeah, you understand how I can know everything. Maybe he did some mistake. I don't know.
Hmm.
But for him, what he did to have all together, Devon, he said too in some videos, he was very thankful for him, what he did to unify all the people. Yeah, and if it was all perfect, it was all together again without, confusion, many things. It was better,
Yeah.
all friends, all, but I don't know. Maybe there are some points. Maybe I don't know, because Robert said many times there are some, uh, some misunderstanding
Mhm.
between,
Yeah.
or maybe he said something different. Maybe Robert knows something
Mhm.
different, but I don't know
Yeah,
this
you don't know where the
part.
truth lies. Yeah, that's the impression I got from a lot
This
of people.
this is a real problem, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
Maybe the people don't know the real things. This is the problem.
yeah. I
You know?
kept hearing it, Hermes, when I spoke to you and other guys from the East. I kept hearing this. No one was actually quite sure what was going on, but fans thought, it was very much kind of black and white, but it wasn't. So, Hermes, obviously, one thing I know the Eastern guys liked was with the event's always in Istanbul. It was very easy to get to without visas, just a few hours on the plane. But obviously now with the new owners based in America, it seems like there will be events in America as well, other countries as well as in the East. For you, is that a problem? Are you happy to travel to different countries depending where the events are?
Yeah, of course, if it's close to my home, like Switzerland, for me it's perfect. I have only 3 4 hours of car.
Mhm.
I don't have any problem to go in America. I really I'm happy to see new city, new fans, because last time I received very incredible support.
Mhm.
Before to go in the stage, I almost cried to see all the guys,
Mhm.
and for me it's very important this part too much. But yeah, not have any problem. Only problem is for the time, for
Time difference, yeah.
time different, and you need to adapt
Yeah,
yourself. But
yeah.
if
Mhm.
you can do without problem.
Hermes, it's pretty clear that Levon is a level above everybody at the moment. Who else is in the division that you would really like to take on over the next year, next two, three matches ahead? Have you got particular athletes in mind?
Levan, yes, I was very strong, really, but stronger than when I fought with him the first time. I don't know about total power because I was lighter, but wrist, rise, capping for sure stronger. For him, needed next time to gain at least 15 kilo. 15 kilo only one time in my life I will do. And now the next event I will reach at least 130 kilo, at least, no less. I need to eat a lot, 130, 33 kilo to have very good shape, very
Mhm.
full. And next athletes to fight. There is Laletin. He want the rematch with him with me. It was interesting fight with Morozov because I never pulled with him.
Mhm.
And Devon, of course, but now he want to rest. And Georgi Zvechov.
Mhm.
There are a lot of guys.
Could be
Maybe
difficult though
Jerry.
because
I heard Jerry who
yeah.
want a rematch.
Uh-huh. Could be
We will
difficult
see.
though
We will see
because
what we do with Robert.
yeah.
We talk with
Mhm.
Robert. And,
I'm just thinking though, because Devon's talking about taking the rest of the year off. Morozov's got the injury. Vitali's got the match coming up with Devon if they manage to make it. So it's probably quite difficult to matchmake for you at the moment because the level you're at, there's not so many guys that can give you a good match.
in top 10, all the matches is very difficult. I need to go 100% every time to protect my top three. This is I wanted to do. And now for me the most difficult, of course, is reality to fight. I see, but every time is different. Maybe someone new come and
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah, of course. Yeah, I think like you say in arm wrestling, that you just never know, and styles make matches. So maybe it's someone you never
yeah,
faced
this is
before
the
that.
point.
Yeah, no,
This is the point.
yeah, definitely. Have you been asked, Hermes, to compete at any other leagues during this month or two? Because I know there's other leagues starting to make matches. Has anyone asked you to compete anywhere else or not?
I don't understand
During this last
what.
couple, during the last 2 months, has any other organizations asked you to have a match at their
No,
competition?
no, nobody,
No, no.
nobody. But if they ask to me to compete in other league, for sure in my mind was no because. I know I recognize for 3 4 years East vs West is the biggest league. If we start to compete in other leagues, is very mistaken and very damage for the league East vs West.
Mhm,
And why we are how we are big now is because we are all athletes united.
mhm,
Because if I will start to put another league, Levan, two, or other guys, I don't know now the names, but after this, is like in the past, he is stronger than you, but he have the contra, you can compete each other. And
yeah.
no, no, of course, every time I want to be united with all the guys, and my mind was only East versus West, of course.
It's good to hear. Hermes, East versus West 19 just happened. Any matches that stood out for you? For example, Brian Shaw beat Brandon Allen. Brandon Allen is very experienced. As you know, experience is huge in arm
I'm super
wrestling.
happy for Brian, really. I wrote for him. I saw all the event. He started at 2:30 a.m. here in
Yeah,
Italy
yeah,
the
okay.
night, and I
Yeah.
buy the pay-per-view until I watched until 7 in the morning. I was really tired, but it was beautiful to see everything. And yes, I root like crazy for Ryan because I feel he's like super good man. Really,
Mhm.
uh, we message little bit. I support him a lot, really, and
Mhm.
he was very smart to change, and the
Yeah.
technique.
Yeah.
He had very strong.
I've got a
Uh,
feeling that Brandon's thumb is going to be hurting for the next 6 months. Yeah. Brian had a strong grip on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that.
No, no, good, good, really.
Yeah. I guess other matches, probably one of the most for the purists was Dave Chafee and Todd Hutchins. Dave Chafee just too
Yeah, but
strong, yeah.
I expected it was like this because,
Who?
yeah, Chafee, sorry, Todachi is super strong. I really, when I see him 60 years old to pull like this, for me is unbelievable. But Chafee is more heavy, have more power. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Dave's going to be a problem for everybody at 115 kilos, yeah.
yeah, of course. Other fights. I saw Devon with Kurdeka. The first round, Kurdeka, he did it very well. Uh, but Devon understood what he need to do after the first time they fought in Chicago, and it was smarter and a stronger shape, I think.
Mm.
Stronger power. And the right arm, Kurdeka did very well in the first round too, because I saw he opened the wrist of Devon, but
Mhm.
Devon he was still with a good pronation. Uh, yeah, he did a good job, Kurdeka, really.
If
I
Kadechuk is,
know him is not he feel not very good now because he lost many times consecutive. I don't know,
Mhm.
5 times, 6 times, I don't
Mhm.
know. But he fought with Devon. He's a super legend, very strong.
Mhm.
Uh,
If Kadechuk managed to open Devon's wrist like that, does that mean that Vitali definitely will be able to, or do you think maybe Devon will be take the match even more seriously? And as we talk about
mm,
styles, what's your
I
thoughts on that one?
saw from Devon in the setup. Oh, I don't know. It was very, don't care too
Yeah.
much. Uh, Maybe with Vitali, maybe in the setup he was more
Hmm.
stronger. But I say many times the strongest part of Devon is here, and you need on all superpower like Levan to don't stop and go
Hmm.
down, or to have a very super strong press after maybe you can go here. This is what I think, and I think really if I go will very prepared for his style. I know really 100% I have a lot possibility to win. Really, really 100%. I feel confident. Really.
I think it's two amazing matches. Your rematch with Devon and Devon versus Vitali. I
Yeah,
think,
yeah. I
and
really I can't wait really
yeah,
to see. I will go 100% prepare and to see what I can do. Really.
yeah, the three of you
It
guys could
will
have
it
epic
will be
matches.
very difficult match because he's super strong, but I feel I can beat him because I have some cards because I can beat him. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, Hermes, I think this is a really good thing just to clear up some questions. You've answered very honestly as well. And like I say, from all the guys I spoke to, all have admitted perhaps there were some errors in the way thing happened. I think everybody is disappointed what happened, but the main thing is that everyone seems motivated to come back together again now. It's clear that you want to keep the league together, the best versus the best. So everybody's progressively trying to do things for the good of the sport now, bring it back together. So credit to you, Hermes, for doing that. And also, I think everyone should remember that, of course, Devon is super popular in the sport, but Ermes, you're definitely one of the top popular guys as well with fans. You brought a lot of new people to the sport yourself, and I encourage everybody to get back behind these athletes that perhaps were upset some people, but essentially, as you've heard from Ermes here, have probably had a difficulty understanding the whole situation. So, Hermes, maybe you got a message to your fans, what you want to tell them?
Yes, what I think, because I have fans, they will attack Devon, or a lot of haters will attack me. This is normal when there are some fights, but I think now, really, after I saw and after I talked with Robert many times, and I saw the last event. Yeah, it was very not good moment this last 2 months. And what I suggest for all the people, for my fans too, for my haters too, is to forget everything, because it's not good to continue, to attack people, to make hating. It's not good for the sport. Of course, when there are some matches, you can root for this, to write some spicy comments. Of course, this is very good. But yes, it was very bad moments. But the important things is now we are again united, and we need to support our sport to grow up and to reach the mainstream. This is our dream, really, and this is why I sacrifice myself like crazy to do for my career, and to I here in Italy I continue to do
Hmm.
advertising for the sport, many videos, many content, for to grow up here in Italy, this amazing, beautiful sport. And in the last 2 3 years, is growing up a lot here in Italy.
Yeah,
Now I saw many, many new guys. They started to train to compete here in Italy, and I feel super good
yeah.
about this.
It's great. That's what I mean. I mean, you're a popular guy. You've done a lot of good for this sport, and yeah, long may it continue. And as always, Hermes, I'm on the end of the phone. If any situation like this happens in future, everybody let's just talk and make sure it doesn't get so bad again. Everything can be sorted out if communication is clear. I think you've cleared up a lot today for the fans. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. And yeah, onwards and upwards. And I hope very soon we can share a pizza again somewhere, Hermes.
Yeah, of course, my friend. Can't wait. Really.
Okay, mate. Okay.
If you come in Switzerland, I don't know if I will pull or not. I
Hmm.
don't know 100%. But I will come like a guest to see the event, because it's super close to me.
Hmm.
If you come there, we can be together to
Okay.
to eat some pizza together. Not with
Perfect.
pineapple,
Yeah,
without
without pineapple.
pineapple.
Okay, mate. Great to speak to you, and we'll catch up soon.
Thanks, Matt. See you.